Alright, ladies and gentlemen, version 3.5 just dropped today, and of course that means that Hysilens has just released as well. And first of all, not only is she the savior of Dot, and I have a Kafka, I have a Black Swan, I would love to make a meta again. She's also just one of my favorite female design characters in such a long time. She's at least top 3 for me. So yeah, I really want to pull this character. We have 80 wishes right now. If we take a look at our pity real quick, it should be around 35, I want to say. Let's see, 30, okay, 30 pity, exactly, basically. We have 80 pulls, so we kind of really need to win our 50-50 here. Also, I really want to pull for the Elysia XP when she releases, of course, that being Cyrene. So, the stakes are decently high here. Like I said, I don't want to go broke before one of my favorite characters in the entire Hoyoverse releases. So yeah, with that being said, I think let's just cut the suspense short. We might as well go ahead and pull for her. But real quick, if you want to pull for any version 3.5 characters or beyond, then I have the perfect thing for you, and that's today's sponsor, lootbar.gg. You can use Lootbar to top up on your favorite games like Honkai or Genshin Impact and save up to 25% on your purchases. Lootbar leverages favorable exchange rates and uses Hoyoverse partner ads so you can get the most affordable prices and enjoy all Hoyoverse top-up bonuses. Transactions on Lootbar are simple, safe and secure, as you only need to enter your UID and your region in order to get fast delivery. For example, if I want to buy the 3,280 generic shards and receive double with the first time top-up bonus, all I have to do is enter my UID as well as my server. And then if I go to top up now, they typically arrive in less than a minute. And creators like Raiden Shotgun, To That Time, and Mordex Tryhard are all also collaborating with Lootbar, so they are trustworthy. And they also have some very good reviews on Trustpilot, and I just use them myself so I can vouch for the authenticity, speed, and security. New users can also get an extra 10% off, so be sure to check out Lootbar with the link in the description. Thank you to Lootbar, and back to the video. Alright, well then, with that being said, the question I always ask is, will we get the character in the first temple? It has never happened before. Will Hysilens be the exception? Let's find out, and the answer is... Oh my god, first temple! Okay, wait, it's actually happened. Oh my god, I've been doing this for 2 years, and finally it worked. Finally, we actually got the first temple. Oh my god. What do I do for the rest of the video if this is Hysilens? Hello? I kind of need us to lose the 50-50 for the video to work. Although, if we lose it to Blade, if we get an E1 Blade, I would not complain. That would also be fantastic for me as a Blade main. But also, someone who doesn't want to waste too many wishes, I also want this to be a Hysilens. And it's Hysilens. Oh my days. Okay. I was not expecting this. I did not think we would get her in the first temple. Okay, now the thing is, if we get also just, man, this design is just absolutely incredible. I think Hoyo have really outdone themselves here. But the question is, if we get a double in here, this might be the luckiest pulling video. I thought for a sec we actually pulled a double there. Okay, that is absolutely insane. Well then, are we gonna get anything interesting here? Nope, it looks like Hysilens was the only 5-star, but oh my god, we actually got her, and we got her in the first temple, so what do we even do now is the question. Let's just do one more temple, try our luck here. Okay, nope, nothing here. And you know what, I'll give it 5 more single pulls. Maybe we can pull ourselves an early Blade, although I am doubtful. Okay, looks less and less likely. Now you see, that I'm actually really glad that we got that early, because we've been losing quite a few 50-50s in Amphoria so far. We lost Tribby, but then got her in the next temple, which was cool. We won the Mighty 50-50, but then we lost the highest in 50-50 and had to hard pity, so she cost us 160 pulls. When it comes to who did I just pull for before this? I forgot, to be honest. Who was on banner before Hysilens? Finon. Oh yeah, Finon. We also lost the 50 on Finon to Fushwen, but then got him like 30 to 50 pulls later. I'm not sure. I think it was 50 pulls later. So, you know, although we've been getting a few earlies as well, we've also been losing a few 50-50s. But this time we actually got the character in the first temple. I'm speechless. I don't know what to do here. This is the shortest summoning session I have ever done, and I only pull for E0 or S0. So I'm not going to be getting any of her Eidolons, even if they might be good. Because, you know, for those of you who don't know, I do E0 S0 showcases of all limited 5-stars, trying to clear all endgame. We've been doing a good job for the last year and a bit. But, you know, just gotta stay on top of things. Although, and finally we actually have a unit who will make Dot great again. So, you know, we're gonna do many showcases of her gameplay. Once again, I am just absolutely shocked that we managed to get her so quickly. We're probably gonna just try out how she feels in probably MOC. Actually, no, you know what? We're probably gonna take her in the old Apex Shadow. Just to see how she works. We're gonna save Memory of Chaos for its own showcase another time. We're just gonna go ahead and level her up here. Grab the standard pulls. Maybe we get something spicy off the standard banner. Probably not, but you know, it's nice to hope. We do have her pre-farmed, so I'm just gonna level her up, do the standard wishes, and then I will cut and then show you her talents as well as relics, as well as icons, stuff like that. And then we'll bring her into Apex Shadow. I think that's going to be the game plan, since of course we don't have many pulls to showcase. And yeah, still, I'm just still, in case you can't tell from my voice, I'm still kind of stun locked by the fact that that actually just happened. We actually got her in the first temple, which saves us so many pulls for Amphoris, which is great, because I was slowly starting to fear that I might run out. Now the question is, do I want to pull a Saridra for my Finon? I have an E2 Bronya, which I normally use with her, and I normally run him with a sustain. So honestly, I'm not even that sure if I will be pulling for Saridra. Maybe I try the 50-50 on her, and if we fail, actually at the same time, it depends what March's kit is gonna be. I think if I like March's kit, then I will try the 50-50 on her. If I don't like it, I'll try the 50-50 on Saridra. That's my thought process right now. Let's go ahead and claim our 3 standard wishes. What would I even want of the standard banner? I don't know. Maybe Japad's Light Cone? Okay, Hanya, I think this might be E6 Hanya, which is actually funny because I'm actually building Hanya right now for Archer. Because I know I was quite disappointed with Archer's performance, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go out here on a limb and I'm gonna try building a Hanya. Haven't got a chance to test it yet, but we will be hopefully building her soon. She's already leveled up, Trace is leveled up. I just need to see how much I like playing her with Archer himself. But yeah, with that being said, but let's just do a real quick time skip, and I will see you guys when my Hysilens is built to show you guys the build. Alright, and here we are back with our Hysilens, just finishing off the final touch where we had exactly enough of these Nihility materials in order to fully level up her skill, talent, as well as ultimate. Now when it comes to our Hysilens build, we're nearly at 3k attack. We've got 153 speed here. Maybe we can get that to 160 another time. We do hit 120 EHR, which is exactly the amount we need basically. When it comes to our relics, we're just stacking on some speed as well as EHR here. Although honestly, I'm starting to think that if I'm not able to hit 160, maybe it's better to go for attack boots, just because she gets so many speed substats, but then I don't quite hit the 120 effect hit rate. So I think for the time being, we're gonna go for this build, and then later on we will see if we prefer the attack boots build. So yeah, like I said, just trying to grab as much speed, attack percent, as well as effect hit rate. I would have preferred, I think, a physical damage sphere, although this is the best I have. So yeah, that's definitely not getting us anywhere. I mean, this one just rolled instantly into defense. It looks like this piece hasn't even been leveled when you look at the numbers here. But yeah, that's unfortunately the best we got. Like I said, speeds, boots with attack and effect hit rate with speed, and flat attack, no attack percent, sadly. Then we do also have some effect hit rate on this piece. Unfortunately, I would have liked to also have some attack and speed on it, but we needed it to hit the 120 because I only have an S1 Good Night Sleep Well, and also 7 speed there. Sorry, not Good Night Sleep Well, Eyes of the Prey. But yeah, that's it for our Hysilens build. With that being said, we might as well just go ahead and bring it into the Apex Shadow. Alright, well then after doing the Apex Shadow run, I realized that first of all the enemy wastes a bit of time, so it ends up being much longer than it needs to be when I just want to do a simple showcase of the rotations. And also there's an insane buff which gives you so much energy you end up just spamming ults instead of actually doing team rotations. So I feel like this will be more accurate, although I don't want to take it into Memory of Chaos 12 because I want to save that for another video. So yeah, instead we're going to be taking the team into Memory of Chaos 11. We're also going to be using Luocha as our sustainer, because there is one thing I want to point out about Hysilens, which is some quality of life, which I honestly don't see many people talking about, but when I saw this I was actually very happy to see that Hoyo actually thought about this. So let's go ahead and use our Kafka's technique here. Enemy Kafka got hit by Hysilens' fish technique, which is one of the sentences of all time, if I'm being entirely honest. Okay, so real quick, if we take a look at the enemies, as you can see, they do have their attack decreased by 15%, which, you know, is actually quite a bit of quality of life, which I think goes under the radar, because this does mean that for healers who don't increase your max HP, so basically every single healer other than Hyacinth, this actually makes sustaining much easier, because of course healers' biggest problem in this game is that if you get one shot, then, you know, you die. So yeah, definitely some nice quality of life, I think, which makes using someone like Luocha feel much better when you're actually playing Hysilens as well. Okay, if the right teammates get hit, or maybe we can turn one ult on our Hysilens. Nope, we're missing just a bit of energy. But we can skill and then ult here on our Black Swan. And then we can go ahead and ult on our Kafka as well for some nice extra damage. Like so, 272k, very nice. Okay, that guy is low, perfect. Ouch, that hurts, but what can we... but that's fine either way. Okay, this guy has a bit more HP remaining, so let's go ahead and change that, I think. Okay, he should take a lot of dot damage here. Hysilens, I was gonna say Hysilens, never mind. Hysilens' ult does quite a lot of damage, so there we go. We actually zero cycled the first off, which is very nice for us. I might actually basic attack. Actually, no, we have some dot build. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, never mind. Okay, Luocha cleanses himself instead of Black Swan. Interesting choice, Luocha. Thank you for that. Okay. Yeah. Jeez. I'm a bit speechless by Luocha. I wish that he actually did his job of being a healer instead of being selfish right there. But what can you do? Anyway, let's go ahead and get our beloved Black Swan back. Skill on our Hysilens. Actually, I think we could have basic attacked there. It probably would have been more worth to skill on Kafka, but oh well, what can we do? Anyway, let's go ahead and ult on Kafka once again, 180k, when we don't have that many dots built up. You know what, we'll just go ahead and take it. Okay, Hysilens is getting bullied a bit there. Okay, never mind, Black Swan is also taking her own share of the hits. Although Kafka's HP has actually gone down a decent amount as well. Okay, let's go ahead and use our skill here on Hysilens. We will be getting her ult back soon as well, which is nice. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and skill here, and then we're gonna basic attack on our Hysilens. Okay, we're gonna ult on her turn and then basic attack, like so. Let's see, ult hits for 293k, and that's pretty much unbuffed, which, you know, pretty insane. We'll take that. And then Kafka is about to go down, so we are gonna end up one cycling this MOC. Well, it's MOC 11, so is that too impressive? No. Also, I want to take a real quick look at our units right here. We have about 4k in battle on Hysilens, as well as 4.5k in battle on our Black Swan. All that is thanks to Kafka's buffs. Anyway, let's go ahead and ult here on our Kafka, see how much damage we deal. Although, to be fair, we don't even have that much Arcana built up, which is unfortunate, but these guys will probably just end up dying anyway, so that won't end up mattering all that much. This guy's actually gonna go down before Kafka, which is pretty funny. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Now let's go ahead and skill on our Black Swan ult as well. So yeah, as you can see, the team rotations here are pretty friendly. I actually prefer I feel like this version of the team is much more SP friendly than the Robin variant, so I'm actually very happy with the quality of life that Hysilens brings. Of course, the damage that she brings a lot of dot damage for Kafka to detonate, but even her ultimate actually does quite a lot of damage by itself, which can be nice for finishing off some waves, because, you know, if you want to front load a bit of damage so that you can save a cycle before you move into the boss phase, that is very, very useful. So yeah, I actually feel great about Hysilens. Like I said, from a design standpoint, from the fact that we literally got her in a single temple, so you know what, if maybe she is the unit for me. And then, like I said, also the quality of life and damage that she brings to a team, and the fact that she just makes Dot feel good again to play after a year is incredible. So yeah, I'm very happy with Hysilens, very happy with how our pulls turned out. Let me know how your Hysilens pulls went, as well as how do you feel about her gameplay. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. See ya.